Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to URKG. This is your latest Real Madrid transfer news. As we discuss, people, we've got massive transfer news and strategy talk today to cover. And we're going to start off, of course, Real Madrid are monitoring two French defensive beasts, William Saliba and, of course, Ibrahima Konaté, with a very, very different timeline. Of course, one could be a long-term target and the other one may just come for free. And also, we got to also break down the our financial dominance really off the pitch. Our shirt deals are most valuable in the entire football world right now. And finally, of course, we're going to talk about Dani Ceballos. Will he leave? Should Madrid sell? Or the situation is just getting complicated right now? And also at the end, we're going to do some Q&A as well. But look, before we get into it, make sure you smash a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new into the channel. And let me know in the comment sections, who would you take, Konaté or Saliba? Who do you think is better? Get in the poll right now. But look, this is a comment just today. L'Equipe are basically announcing Madrid are interested in Saliba, potentially a long-term success at center-back positions. We know that Rudiger is getting old. Dean Howson is pretty much young, right? He can't be the main man. Militao, you can't really rely on him. He's consistently injured. You don't know what you're gonna get from Militao. And also Alaba is in the same boat. He's in the same situation, always in the injury room, always getting injured. So we've got to take a look at the long-term plan. What is the long-term plan for Real Madrid? No active negotiations are happening in terms of Saliba, but for sure Madrid have been eyeing Saliba even before he joined Arsenal. Look, last season Saliba had really solid numbers. 2024, 2025, 35 appearances, he played 35 games, 13 clean sheets, 2 goals. Yes, he didn't get an assist, but he was strong in tackles, 1.72 per 90 minutes, and also clearance-wise, 3.4 per 90 minutes. But what I want to get into now is, would Saliba fit Xabi Alonso's system compared to other targets? And the answer is, of course, hell yes. Saliba can fit any position, any team, really. He's one of the best defenders in the game right now. I don't care who you are or which team you support. We have to be honest. Saliba is a beast, and he is probably #1 defender in the world right now. And if we go in with a bid for him, I don't think Arsenal would let him go that cheap. I went and checked, by the way. I went and checked how much he is valued at. And this is how much he cost. Potentially £80 million. And he's only 24, right? He's only 24. He's under contract until 2027. So I feel like we're not going to risk paying 80 or 90 M's right now. I think we're in good shape in terms of going all out to sign Saliba. But what we need to understand is that Tchouaméni, is he going to be a CDM or is he going to be a center back? We need to understand that. And also Alaba and also Militao, these guys, how can we be sure they're going to be fit next season? How can we be sure they're going to be available? With the way Xabi Alonso is playing in this Real Madrid team, we saw that he likes to use 3 center backs. That means you're going to need around 6 center backs in the team, pretty much, or people that can cover that position. But I'm not saying now go out there and sign Saliba right now with 80 million. That's not going to happen, right? That's not going to be easy. But what I'm saying is he is the long-term target. Rudiger is declining. We saw that in the Club World Cup. His performance has started to decline. His aging as well. Militao, injury prone. We can't rely on him. Alaba could potentially leave this summer. And also, he is not somebody we can rely on. Dean Howson is the only one that can carry the ball at the back. And somebody we can rely on him. But he's young. We can't put all that pressure on him. He just came from Bournemouth. So Saliba is like a mix. He's young, also he's experienced. He's 24. He's seen the game at the highest level. So I feel like this is something to watch out for. This is something we have to look into, really. I'll get into the comment sections really quick. Hear me out. We need that Nations League Portugal defender. He must be cheap as hell. You talking about Vega, right? I think you're talking about Vega here, London. Vanessa, big up for joining us. Jeremiah says we need both because our defense in the Club World Cup was bad. That's what I'm trying to get into, right? That's exactly, Jeremiah. That's exactly what I'm trying to get into, because our defense has been exposed big time. Even though we're playing with a back five, we still got exposed, right? We still got exposed. But one thing you got to understand about Saliba is this more of a contingency option or a long-term target? I feel like this could be a long-term target. I don't think we're going to go all out to sign Saliba this summer, unless, of course, we make massive sales in defense and massive overhaul in the squad. I don't think we're going to go in for him for 80 M's, but he is definitely, I guarantee you, he's definitely a long-term target for Real Madrid. And a question for you guys is, would you sign him over Konate? Would you sign him over Konate? Konate or Saliba? I'm looking at the poll right now, and Saliba 71%. Of course. It's obvious. Saliba is much better than Konate, but don't underestimate Konate. I'm going to get into the second segment, which is talking about Konate, but he is a very good. He's a very good defender as well, and I think Saliba would fix everything, all the issues that we have in the back four. I don't like Konate that much, says Venna Kluwen. How's it going, Kluwen? Thank you for joining us. Look, I'm gonna get into Konate in a second, but you guys let me know in the comment sections. Would you sign him over Konate or any other defender? Let me know. And how does his composure, compared to Madrid's current center backs? The only one I can name, right? The only one I can say that has composure is Dean Hauser. And he just walked through the door. Rudiger had it before, Militao had it before, but these guys, I can't rely on them now. After watching what I saw last season, and after I saw the Club World Cup, I'm starting to doubt Rudiger as well. He used to be the main guy in that center back. He used to be that rock solid defender for Real Madrid, but not anymore. Not anymore. And if we're going to play with wing backs, we need our center backs to be solid. We can't just put three defenders there that can't defend. And this guy right here is to look out for. Of course, L'Equipe is mentioning this, and I'm going to get into the second story, but you guys let me know in the comment section what you think about getting Saliba. Is he a really good defender? Is he the dream defender that Madrid really want, to be honest? Get in the poll, get in the comment sections right now. And the second thing I want to talk about is, of course, the main one, I would say the most realistic one, right, is Saliba. Konate. Madrid have contacted Liverpool to ask if there is an offer that would convince them to sell Konate this summer. And again, it is being reported by L'Equipe. From if you don't know what L'Equipe is, basically, it's basically a news outlet that is in France. So they're big, they're not small. They're basically reporting this. Madrid, of course, Real Madrid know Konate is genuinely interested in joining us. It's not something we have to push through. I think he's made it clear that he wants to join Real Madrid, and now it's whether Liverpool could agree on the deal this summer for a certain amount of price versus losing him for free in 2026, which is basically watching the same movie again. We did the same exact thing on Trent Alexander-Arnold in the same club as well, right? We told him, let's give you some sort of fee, give us. And they basically said, no, we're not going to give you Trent. And they waited until the summer. And guess what? We got him for free. Yes, we paid 10 mil because we wanted him to participate in the Club World Cup. But this one could be the same situation. Of course, there's a possibility, right? There's definitely a possibility to wait until 2026. when he is a free agent. I think Florentino Perez is not going to be diving and jumping and going nuts on this deal. And also, I think this deal relies heavily on the players that we have in that position. Like I said, the likes of Alaba, the likes of, Militao. Militao, he's a really good defender, but is he going to be fit? That concerns me. 2 years in a row now he's been out, consistently being injured. And Alaba, of course, he's a broken glass, really. He's like an Italian pasta, bro. He is a spaghetti, bro. That's what he is. He always gets injured. He plays one game and he's out for 2 months. He plays one game, he's out for 3 months. It's like that. So we can't really rely on Alaba. So that tells me Konate would be a really solid deal. If Liverpool could agree on 20 to 30 mil, I think it wouldn't be too much for Real Madrid to pay. And Madrid have the money. I'm going to get into the second segment, which is talking about how much Madrid actually made. So we've got money. We've got money. So it's not a huge deal to go and pay 20 to 25 for Konate. And Liverpool, they're calm. I'm going to get into the comment sections, okay? I'm going to get into the comment sections, Chloe. Liverpool are calm in the situation. They haven't closed out the renewal deal. Of course, they try to convince him to stay, but it is obvious. Konate, he's French. He's not English. He's not British. There is no need for him to stay in England. He wants to explore. He wants to play in Spain, which is really going to be an easier league for him compared to the Premier League. So, and he's won it all at Liverpool. So what actually makes him stay there? I don't see a reason why he would stay there. But Konate's performance last season was also good. I mean, he played 31 games for Liverpool, 12 clean sheets, 1 goal, 2 assists, and mainly, right, 4.17 clearance per 90 minutes, which is, I would say, really solid, and 0.91 goals conceded per game. So you don't really concede when Konate plays. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. And here's the question for you guys, right? Is he waiting until 2026? Or should I say, is waiting until 2026 a smart strategy? Let me know in the comments. I would say it's only smart if Liverpool is asking us 50 or 60 M for him. If they're okay with 20 to 30 M's, I would say it's not a smart strategy. I would say go and get Konate right now. We paid 10 million for Trent just for him to participate in the Club World Cup. So go and get Konate right now and pay up the money. Of course, if Liverpool are okay with 20 to 25, like I said, Liverpool might ask more than that. And in that case, I think it doesn't make sense for Madrid to pay 50 million for a player that his contract is ending in 2026. We could easily get him in 2026 for free. And a player wants to come to us, we can give him a certain amount of signing bonuses, and he would definitely join. So it is up to Liverpool. I think it's really up to Liverpool to decide what they really want to do, really. Is Konate more physical or physically suited for La Liga than the Premier League? I said it. The Premier League is a little bit if he can make it in the Premier League, he can make it anywhere. I think the Premier League is the toughest league in the world. I think everybody would agree with that. So he has seen success in the Premier League. He didn't get exposed in the Premier League with that high, intense game. And so if he joins La Liga, or if he joins a La Liga team, Real Madrid, I think it's going to get easier. Same way it's going to get easier for Marcus Rashford. Rashford joined Barcelona. You will see how easy it is for him now to score goals. Just mark my word, it's going to be easier for him to score. Every time a player moves from the Premier League to La Liga, pretty much, it gets easier for them. For most players, look at Anthony and Manchester United. Was struggling big time. He goes to Real Betis and shines. He looks like a diamond, So buying a player from the Premier League is the right move because they faced all the physicality, the pace, the energy, and the pace of the game really is really fast in the Premier League. So to go from the Premier League to La Liga is really, really an advantage for any player. KG, he's the same as Rafael Varane. He was injured a lot, says Cluen. The Football Zone says thoughts on Rashford to Barcelona. Look, I did a video. Just go watch that video. I spoke about that. Vincent says at the end of the day, we just need a good center back. Get whoever we get in. Says not just whoever. We need somebody that can improve our back four already. We don't want to get somebody that is lower quality than what we already got. That is not an improvement. That is basically a downgrade. We don't want that. So it's not as if to say go and get anybody you want. It's basically to say who can we bring in right now? Who's in the market right now that can actually immensely improve our back four and our back five, whatever you want to call it. And I think this guy, Konate, is definitely that. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen on this deal. I feel like we're going to get him. I feel like we're going to sign him, especially if we sell another player in the squad. I think definitely Konate is going to come. I think Liverpool will not get, they wouldn't want to make the same mistake that they have made on Trent. So for that reason, I do see Konate coming into Madrid. Of course, if you are Xabi Alonso, who would you prefer, Konate or Saliba? Of course, everybody, like I said, everyone will pick Saliba, but Saliba's situation is different. His contract is not ending, and he cost about 80 M's, and it doesn't really make sense to pay that kind of money for a defender at this moment in time when we went out and invested 50 to 60 for Dean Howson. So, and don't forget, Asensio is still growing. He's in there as well. Militao's in there. Rudiger's still in there as well. So there's no need to panic and pay that much for Saliba. So I would say right now the best strategy for Real Madrid would be to go and get Konate and pay up to 20 M's or to 25 M's if Liverpool accept, of course. All right, I'm going to get into the comment sections right now before we move into the third segment. We don't need so many Galactico defenders. I wouldn't call Konate Galactico. I mean, he's a solid defender, but he's not Galactico. Jeremiah says Saliba and Mbappe, if they join together, Madrid would be good. Nah, I don't think that's going to happen, bro. Like, it's either one or the other. They both are not going to join us, especially in the same summer. That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. And you already got Rudiger and Militao in there. That will never happen, bro. That will never happen. I think I went through everything. Guys, let me know your thoughts about Konate's situation. And do you think he's going to come to Madrid or not? And do you think, as a Liverpool fan, any Liverpool fan watching right now, even as a Liverpool fan, doesn't make sense to lose him for free? It just doesn't. It doesn't. You need to make a decision. Saliba can make a big difference in Real Madrid, says Chloe, 100%. Saliba is like the dream signing. Konate is like the logical signing. You know, that's the difference, bro. That's the difference. Paul says, some Barcelona fan and content creators are saying that Trent to Madrid is not a good transfer and doesn't make any sense. What is your take on that? That is just a pure hate. That is a pure hate comment, bro. How is Trent not a good signing? Basically, we didn't pay anything for him. We chose to pay 10 million because we wanted him to participate in the Club World Cup. He is a solid defender. I mean, a right back. Yes, defensively, he could get exposed, but so did Marcelo. And Marcelo is the best left backs in the game, right? I mean, the best left back in the game, in the history of the game. That's what I meant to say. In the history of the game, I think Marcelo is one of the best. And defensively, Marcelo was the same as Trent. He was getting consistently exposed. But what you forget to see is he is lethal up front. He is a weapon. He is a quarterback. He can cross the ball from anywhere. He could dribble past players. And I'm not even putting Marcelo and Trent on the same level, but I'm just giving you the notion that Trent has created so many chances for Salah, so many chances for Firmino, Mane. Just go and look at Trent's number. I don't have it on top of my head, but Trent has created loads of chances. Don't even talk about the chances that were missed. I'm talking about the assist. How many assists did he get for Liverpool? Go and check it out, and you will understand how good of a signing he is. Brahim Diaz and Lunin are renewing with us. Yes, I was going to get into that. And also Courtois, by the way. Courtois is signing a new deal in 2027. I'm going to get into that if we have time. And Brahim Diaz also is pretty much done. He's going to extend his contract. So Brahim Diaz ain't going nowhere. He's staying. He is staying. And Lunin as well could potentially renew with us. So let's see. Let's see what happens. This Barca fans are delusional, man. They are delusional. They are extremely delusional and extremely, how can I put this? They are extremely uncomfortable with what we do. They are seriously uncomfortable, bro. But anyways, you guys let me know your thoughts about these two defenders. What are your thoughts about that? Let me know in the comment sections. And look, before I move into the second segment, make sure you like the stream if you haven't done it already. Get that likes up. Let's get into 100. Let's get into 100 immediately. But look, our next topic, right? Our next topic, I don't really want to get into it. I mean, but look, it's not really a financial channel. We don't really care about finance, but let me just break it down to you, right? Madrid lead the world football in kit revenue. And look, 120 M's from Adidas, 70 M's from Fly Emirates, and another 70 M's from HP. That is a total of like 260 M's per a year. That is more than Manchester City. That is more than Manchester United. And that is also more than Barcelona. This money directly supports the transfer flexibility and the squad strength. This is what I've been talking about. We've got loads of money. We got money to blow. People, we got money to blow. And what is Florentino Perez is doing? We need to be investing. I know we signed 4 players, but we've got loads of money, not to mention the money we made in the Club World Cup as well. So I need to see Florentino Perez blow money fast than Rick Ross, bro. That's what that's exactly what we need to see, bro. That's what we need to see. If you want to compete in the Champions League, if you want to win the Champions League, we saw how they basically outplayed us, Paris Saint-Germain, in that Club World Cup. Arsenal also pretty much controlled us home and away last season. We lack that control in midfield. We lack somebody like Vitinha. We need somebody like Vitinha. Or we need somebody like Rodri or Enzo Fernandez or McAllister in the CDM position. We need 2 midfielders, people. People think I'm crazy. Like, I'm not crazy. If you look at the Champions League right now, Liverpool have spent more than 300 M's on the squad. And you look at their midfield, it's probably better than ours. You take a look at Chelsea, Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, probably better. You understand what I'm saying? That's why Chelsea have easily controlled a game against PSG and won the game. Because the game is won in the middle of the park. It doesn't matter who you have up top. It really doesn't. If you can't get the ball to the front players, if you're struggling to control the tempo of the game, you're not going to win any trophy. And we lost Toni Kroos a few years back. Modric is gone now. Ceballos ain't the answer. Bellingham is going to be out for 4 months. Even if he was fit, he's not the answer. Because he is a box-to-box midfielder. He's not somebody that can control the game. And Valverde is the same thing. Valverde and Bellingham are pretty much the same guys. Same thing, bro. Same thing. I don't even think we should be playing both of them together. If we sign a midfield, they should be rotating. Really, because they both do the same thing. Yes, Valverde is a little bit aggressive. You can use him as a right back. You can use him in the CDM position. But again, that's not his favorite position. That's not what he wants to do. So this basically deal, this money right here tells me that we need to go out and buy anybody that we want. Stop playing with us, Florentino Perez. If you're watching, stop playing with us. Go out there and spend the money. All big teams are spending money. And don't think just because of the pedigree and don't think because of the history, the Madrid history of winning the Champions League. Don't think it's going to be easy next season and you can just walk in and win it again. Every single team has strengthened. So we need to spend. We need to spend big time. Let me read some of the comments here. KG, I'm still saying sell Vinny to Saudi, then you can buy both players. I agree with that. We don't even need to sell Vinny. I'm showing you there is money in the team. I'm showing you right now there's money in the team. There's no need to sell anybody. You understand? There's money that came in for playing in the Club World Cup, about 80 to 100 million euros. And there's another 260 here. So there's loads of money for Florentino Perez. He needs to start investing it. That's all I'm saying. Aiden says, Big up Aiden for joining us. Yeah, as soon as you join us, like the stream, people. Like the stream and get in the comment sections and let us know what you think about all the topics really that we're discussing. I missed one comment here. I read that one already. Okay, I read that one already. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let me know. Let me know in the comment sections what's your. I have a funny question for you guys. What's your favorite Madrid kit over the years? Let me know in the comments right now. And should this mean now we should go out and start investing heavily? I've had my say. You guys, let me know what you think about this. Okay. All right, the next one. The next one I want to talk about is this guy right here. Where is he? This guy right here, Dani Ceballos. All right, Dani Ceballos. This is what we're going to talk about. Rodrigo to Barcelona. Here we go. It's more of here we land. There is no way Rodrigo's going to go to Barcelona. They don't have the money, okay? They do not have the money. They barely had money to cover Rashford's salary, let alone pay 100 M's for Rodrigo. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Anyways, the next segment I want to talk about is Dani Ceballos. His future is basically in doubt. As you can see, Dani Ceballos' salary and the possibility, the possible fee Real Madrid would ask is just making things impossible for other teams to sign him. And also potentially, look, he's not really keen on leaving Real Madrid. And also Madrid are undecided whether to sell Ceballos or not. And that tells me, bro, that tells me that they're thinking about buying a midfielder. That's what I get from that message. I don't care what anybody says, but that is the message I'm getting. If they are not sure to let go of Ceballos, that tells me that they are looking for a midfielder to sign. As soon as they secure that signature, they're going to let him go. Don't tell me you are undecided about Ceballos. Ceballos is absolutely useless, bro. He's been absolutely useless. Seriously. His salary plus fees makes him, like I said, really difficult to offload, especially for Spanish teams as well. Under Alonso, of course, Ceballos' role is just unclear. It has been unclear. Can we actually use him for like swap deals? No concrete offer has come for him. So that concerns me. Should Real Madrid keep Ceballos as a depth squad player? Or is it time for him to move on? Let me know in the comments. I would say that it depends on what we do, right? If we're going to sign another midfielder, I would say let him go immediately. That's what I would say. But if we're not going to sign anybody, yes, it's better to have Ceballos in the team than lose one extra player in the middle of the park. So basically, Madrid have to decide. They have to go out and invest heavily. And then they can let go of Ceballos. Because that's the only situation I see now. If that doesn't happen, then we're going to be doomed. What club could actually afford his salary? Look, take a pay cut. They're talking about his salary is too high. Take a pay cut. Rashford just took 15% pay cut to join Barcelona. Ceballos needs to take a pay cut to join Real Betis, to join another team. No English team actually came in for him. So potentially he's going to be staying in La Liga. Espanyol, Real Betis, Real Sociedad, these teams, Sevilla, these are the teams he could potentially join, right? He can't come to the Prem. So take a pay cut. If you want to play every single game and if you want potentially have a position in the World Cup for Spain, you need to leave. You need to go to a team that you're going to be starting every single day of the week. You've got to take a pay cut. It's the same situation. KG, my opinion, is out there. Invest in players that can fit Real Madrid's style of play. I agree with that, Chloe. Absolutely spot on. Ardon says Saliba is better by miles. Yes, we discussed that earlier. If you missed the show, go back and watch it, people. We've discussed that already. We on the topic of Ceballos right now. And look, does he still have a future as Xabi Alonso's team? And the answer is no. The answer is no. And if you don't believe me, just go back a few weeks and look at what has been done in the Club World Cup. Take a look at all the players that have started in the Club World Cup. under Xabi Alonso. And you're going to find the answer there. Basically, Ceballos has been dismissed, just like Rodrigo. He didn't use him at all. And that tells me he's not going to be in his future plans unless Alonso is forced, unless Florentino Perez says, I'm not investing any money, you're going to have to deal with what you have. Then he becomes a conversation. But at this moment in time, Ceballos is not. It's going to leave. He's going to leave. He's not in Xabi Alonso's plan at all. Raji, big up for joining us. Let us know your thoughts about all the topics that we covered. And if you missed it, once we ended, I'm going to put the chapters in so you guys can go back and watch them. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section. All right. But yeah, look, this is what's happening right now. This is exactly what's happening right now. So it's something to look forward to. It is really, really something to look forward to. And the Saliba situation, the Ceballos situation, and also the KONATE situation. What is going to happen with these guys, and who are we going to sign this summer? You guys let me know in the comments. Cloman says, I'm going to do the Q&A now. KG sells Ceballos to Arsenal. Bro, he used to play. He played. He did play for Arsenal in the past. So I don't think Arsenal will take him now. They're not going to take him now for sure. But look, to wrap it all up, and then we could do just the small Q&A stuff if we have time. I did speak about what's his name, Courtois signing a new contract, and also Diaz signing a new contract. Both are confirmed. Really, Fabrizio has confirmed that, so they're going to be staying for until 2027. Those are the new deals coming up for them. But to wrap it all up for today's stream, right? Defensive targets are like Saliba and KONATE. Our financial power is off the charts. I've shown you that. The future of Dani Ceballos, we need to understand what's going to happen soon. The sooner we know, the better it is, so we can start investing money on the team. But who would you prefer, Saliba or KONATE? You guys let me know. Look, I'll get into the questions now, all the comments in the comment sections, and then we're going to wrap it up. Ceballos to Sunderland to replace Joe Bellingham would be ideal. Look, I don't care. I'll be honest. I don't care where he goes, right? It's up to him to decide where he goes. I really don't care. But what I know now is that we need him off the books. We don't want to be Chelsea having 39 players in the dressing room. We need to get rid of players. We need to bring in new faces. We need to bring in new players in. We have Modric leaving. We had Lucas Vazquez leaving. We had Ceballos leaving. And now we need to start filling in with proper players that can compete at the highest level. And we need depth as well. That is something that we need to discuss. Depth is key in every position. We need to have depth. Right back position, I see us using Ceballos. I see us using Trent and Dani Carvajal. Left back position right now, we got 3 left backs. Fran Garcia, Carreras, and Mendy. One of them, they have to go. You cannot have 3 left backs in the same team. And center back position, Dean Howson as a starter. I would put Rudiger as another starter, and Traoré could be used there. So we're kind of solid. But again, Alaba's another one that I want to get rid of. So if we can get rid of him, definitely go all out to sign KONATE. Go all out to sign KONATE and make those plans to sign Saliba next year. His price may go down. And also, if he doesn't extend his contract, then we're going to be in a better position to have some sort of negotiation for Saliba. And I don't think Arsenal could decline 100 M's for Saliba. But Madrid have to decide. They have to decide right now, immediately. I think other teams are just going past us. Even Barcelona, with no cash, with no money, are strengthening. They're bringing in Marcus Rashford. Basically, they're bringing in another body to play on the left-hand side. So they pretty much have 2 or 3 players in every single position. And that's what you need to do if you want to be a champ in every competition, or if you want to fight for every competition. That basically definitely needs to happen, right? Yeah. So I was going through the team. In the middle of the park, we had Valverde, Bellingham, and Camavinga. Camavinga again. Is he somebody we can rely on? He's talented. He's tenacious. He's like a joker. We could use him anywhere, but he's another guy that is consistently getting injured. So that concerns me. So probably going to need another midfielder. Ceballos could be gone. Another midfielder has to come in. If he leaves, you better make sure we bring somebody in before the season starts. And up front, Gonzalo or Endrick, somebody has to be loaned out, I feel like. And bring in a number 9 that is a pure number 9. Somebody like Gyökeres. You know, I'm not saying go and get Gyökeres, but I'm saying like get an old-fashioned number 9 that can give the team a balance and sort out the Vini situation, sort out the Rodrigo situation. That just concerned me. It's lagging on every single day. I open the news and it's all talks about Rodrigo's joining Barcelona, Rodrigo's joining Bayern Munich, Rodrigo's joining Liverpool and Arsenal. Chelsea's in the conversation. Look, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. Just sort that out. Are you going to keep Rodrigo or are you going to keep Vini? Make a decision. Florentino Perez has to make that decision. All right. Vinicius' situation is just blowing up now. No contract negotiation are happening. And we're probably going to do a video after today about that. There's some updates on Vinicius Jr., so keep an eye on that. But look, if you guys don't have any more questions, we're going to wrap it up, people. We're going to wrap it up. Clone says, KG, buy Saliba and Konate. I hope we can do that. At least buy one of them this season. That's all I'm asking. It's not too much to ask for Madrid to go out and buy one of them. At least, especially Konate. He's cheap. 20 to 25 could definitely convince Liverpool. All right, have I gone through all the comments? I think I covered everything. Yeah, guys. Big up to all of you in the chat. Like I said, much love for everybody for joining us. I know it's Sunday. Yeah, it's a wrong time to be live, you know, but we just had to take care of this news. All right, we just had to take care of this news. But yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. And let me know in the comment sections your thoughts about all the subjects that we pretty much touched on, right? Who would you prefer, Saliba or Konate? Should we sell Ceballos or keep him for one more year? As always, like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and join the URKG mob as well. I'll put the links. I'm going to be pinning the link in the comment sections. That's it, people. Thank you for watching. Hala Madrid y nada más. I'm out. Peace.